Hello Daz Studio community, this is Not From This World and I want to welcome you back to my tutorial series. Now today I want to show you a little trick that's going to help you adjust a fitted object to a character. So what I want to do is I want to put a necklace onto Milika and then adjust that necklace so that it hangs from her neck maybe a little bit better. Or if she's bending over, we can let the necklace hang due to gravity. So to do this, we're going to select a necklace. I'm just going to search necklace. And with all the products that I have, I am going to choose this necklace here. And to find this necklace, I'm just going to right click and go to Show Asset in Mapped Folder. And that's going to take me to the product where this necklace is. I was actually looking at map of the necklace and not the necklace prop. So if I go to this outfit, here is the necklace. So I'm going to select Milika and we're going to add the necklace onto her. Now, if you notice, the necklace is kind of poking through her shirt. So we need to adjust this, but this necklace can't be adjusted to fit over her shirt with morphs. We're going to have to do this using pivot points. To show you this in real time, we've got the necklace selected. And if I go to the parameters tab, see, I can mess with the tabs on the parameters tab and it's not moving the necklace at all. So to move the necklace around, what we're going to have to do is two steps. The first step involves our parameters tab. So I am going to take this necklace, go to General, and then under General, I either need to select Constraints or Miscellaneous. Depending on the product, it could be in either one, but what we're looking for is this tab called Fit to Mode. And Fit to Mode sometimes is in Constraints, and sometimes it's in Miscellaneous. For this product, it's in Miscellaneous, and I have this Fit to Mode. Now, Fit to Mode is defaulted to redirect transforms. We've got to change that to auto follow transforms. So that is our first step. Once we have this selected, we're going to make sure that we are still on our necklace, and I'm going to go up to our Tool tab, and we're going to select our Joint Editor. Now with the Joint Editor, I'm going to zoom out away from Milika. You're going to see that we have red selection arrows and we have green selection arrows. We're not going to mess with the red arrows. We're going to just adjust the green arrows up to where we want to pivot the necklace. So in this case, I'm going to take this top arrow and I'm just going to grab it and we're going to drag it up to the neck of Milika where I want to pivot the necklace. And you can see I've got it right where the necklace wraps around her neck. And you can make adjustments to where you want to pivot. Once we have that, I'm going to go back to my universal tool or my selection node tool. Either one works. And now, once I have it selected, I can use my parameters tab or my universal tool to rotate the necklace. So see, I can take it and see how the necklace rotates. I can also adjust the necklace. So I can come up here to my tabs, my X, Y, and Z, and see I can move the necklace around so that it is in the proper place. Now, this is a little tricky because I wish we could pivot just a part of the necklace, but in the case of this necklace, we can't do that. So just to show you, see, it's hanging out now, but it's also kind of poking through her neck. So we might have to do some scaling on the necklace to get it correct. So I might have to make it a little bit bigger or make it higher up so that it still looks like it's around her neck, but that it's hanging. Now, here is my challenge for this Tuesday. This works pretty good, and I can adjust this so that the necklace is hanging down. Like, let's say that Milika's bending over. We can make the necklace look like gravity is influencing it. That's all great, except If you remember, when I selected the necklace, we had a pendant on the necklace. And you probably didn't notice, but when I had this joint editor and I moved the green arrows up so I could rotate the necklace, the pendant went with it. So this is what I don't understand, and I've messed with this. Why is the pendant going all the way up like that? And the problem is I can't move this pendant. So if I go back to joint editor and I try and move this pendant back to the necklace, it's gone. And I don't understand how to fix this. So I can move the necklace, I can have the necklace hanging off of Milica, I can adjust the necklace so it looks pretty good, but my pendant is gone. Why is my pendant so high up, and why did the joint editor move it? So this is a dilemma, and it's happened to multiple necklaces where I've tried this. I can move everything works great, I can pivot the necklace, but the pendant is moving with the joint editor, and I just can't figure out why. Now, if I choose another product like this Casey necklace, it won't have this issue. So if I get rid of that other necklace and I select Milica, let's get out of the joint editor, and I select Milica, I can add this necklace to Milica, and that looks pretty nice. And I can do the same thing where I choose the necklace, and then I go to, in this case, it's going to be constraints. Constraints is where the fit to mode tab is. I'm going to change this to auto follow. And then once I do that, I'm going to zoom out a little bit and select the joint editor. When I select the joint editor under tools, I get my little green arrows. I'm going to select the top arrow and I'm going to move it up. And then I can zoom in and select where I want to pivot this necklace. And so I'm going to pivot it. Let's see, let's lower it just a hair. So then if I go to my universal tool and select this, see, I can pivot my necklace. So now, see, the pendant on this necklace is staying where it's supposed to. So if I go to my parameters tab and select my necklace, see, I can raise this necklace up, I can adjust it, and it looks like it's hanging off of Milica. So I don't understand why the joint editor is moving some pendants and it's not moving others. So if you could help me with that, that would be awesome. But this is how you can move a fitted object to your character. This can perhaps work with hair, clothing, and of course jewelry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you can put this into a render. So I've got Milica now in her swimming pool, and she's just innocently playing around in the water. There's nothing devious going on in this picture whatsoever. She's just being innocent. And I'm going to add the necklace, and we're going to have it hanging off of her and allowing gravity to kind of pull that necklace so it's not going to be right up against her neck. So we're just going to use this Casey necklace again because it's easy to manipulate and we don't have that problem. So see, when I just select it, it's right up against her neck. So I'm just going to do this same thing. I'm going to select the Casey necklace on her. I'm going to go to constraints. I'm going to change fit to mode to auto follow transforms. Once I do that, I can come up to tools, go to joint editor, and we can find that green arrow, which is back here. I'm going to select it, and I'm just going to move that arrow up to Milica's neck. All right, just grab it, kind of move it up. And I'm going to put it in an area where we want to rotate this necklace. So just to double check that it's in a good spot. And once I have that, now I can select my universal tool. And in this case, I think I'm going to just use the parameters tab. And we're going to just rotate it. So I'm just going to take this and see, I can rotate this necklace. I want it kind of hanging. And so now I can adjust it. Let's move it, not down. Let's move it kind of down her neck like this a little bit. and just keep rotating it a little bit around. All right, so that looks pretty good. So now I have gravity influencing my necklace. I'd really like some more tips on this joint editor because I kind of struggled with this. Sometimes I could get a nice rotation with the necklace without the joint editor. Other times I couldn't. It was kind of tricky. So now we can take Milica here and we can run a render. So I've got everything set up. She's playing in the pool. I'm going to render it up and let's see what we get. Alright, so that is a pretty nice render. I might have been able to adjust this a little bit more so it's hanging more down on her neck, but overall I really like this. So let me know what you think about this. This is a quick, easy little way to move fitted objects, but I am having trouble with this joint editor a little bit. So I'd love your feedback. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and give me some comments. Tell me how you use the joint editor and how I can improve my technique. So until next time, I hope you enjoy Milica playing in the water, and happy rendering.